It is JLP Political gimmickry in not calling by elections in South Trelawny. 7 shot, 5 dead in East Kingston. 2 men executed on North Street in the vicinity of the Kingston Public Hospital, while Mannings High eliminated from DaCosta Cup. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Some Jamaicans have labeled as political gimmickry the government's delay in announcing a by-election for the South Trelawny constituency despite it being without a member of parliament for a long time now. When prompted in a recent national poll conducted by Don Anderson, 32% of 1,012 respondents said the decision to hold a constituency poll in North East St. Ann, but none for South Trelawny, represents political gamemanship by the governing Jamaica Labour Party. South Trelawny has been without a member of parliament for more than a year, while the North East St. Ann seat, which became vacant in early September after the JLP's Marsha Simit resigned, was filled after Matthew Samuda secured a landslide victory for the party in the September 30 by-election. 39% of persons polled said they are not sure why an election was called for one constituency and not the other. Meanwhile, the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, said it is collecting statements in relation to Monday's fatal shooting of 3 men by the police in Clarendon. The men, who are reportedly linked to murders and shootings in Clarendon, were shot during an alleged gun battle with a police team along Hazard Drive in May Pen. And it's reported that sometime after 2 p.m., a police team was conducting an operation along Hazard Drive in Maypen when they were fired on by men in a motor vehicle, and this led to a shootout. 3 men in the vehicle sustained bullet wounds and were taken to hospital, where they were pronounced dead. And I hope you all have strong stomach today, because since Monday and Tuesday, at least 16 persons were shot and some did not make it and are no longer among the living. I won't carry them all, but will just give you a few of the major headlines. 7 persons were shot, 5 were killed at a football match held in the community of Rockford in East Kingston on Monday evening. The authorities have also confirmed that a father and son are among the deceased. Among those killed are 51-year-old Artavia Austin, otherwise called Mandies, and his son, 29-year-old Akiro Austin, otherwise called Kiro, both of Oliver Road. The elder Austin is said to be a high-ranking member of the Oliver Road gang. The other deceased are 32-year-old Odin Joseph, otherwise called Bones, a handyman of Pleasant Heights, 38-year-old Rosrick Thomas, otherwise called Teniel, a laborer of Oliver Road, and a man believed to be John Dolphy, otherwise called John Dixon, a carpenter of a Rockford address. The police said that Dolphy is the leader of the Base 1 gang. 2 other men were wounded in that attack as well, and the incident has left residents and the police in shock. No clear motive has been identified, and it is reported that the victims were attending a football match sometime after 8 p.m. when men opened fire at the crowd. So nobody is safe these days. You're at a football match, gunmen just come up and spray the crowd. However, these gunmen knew exactly who they wanted to kill, and they killed at least 3 of them that they came for. Well, the police did not waste any time and went searching for the killers, as at least 1 person who was allegedly involved in Monday evening's fatal shooting in Rockford has been shot and killed by the police. According to Superintendent of Police in charge of the Kingston Eastern Division, Tommy Lee Chambers, a team of officers based on information received carried out an operation on Rushden Road in the community on Tuesday. She disclosed that during the operation, 1 person was shot and killed and a firearm was seized, and the identity of that suspect has not yet been revealed. And with the many guns in the island, the shooting spread all over, even in the most remote areas. A 24-year-old woman and her 7-year-old niece are the latest victims of gun violence in St. Elizabeth. The 2 were shot and wounded during an early morning home invasion in Dry River District yesterday. They are in serious but stable condition in hospital, and it's reported that sometime after 1 o'clock, the 4 occupants of a house were awakened to smoke after their attackers set fire to the front doors. 3 armed men then entered the house and opened fire, hitting 1 of 3 women and a child. A cousin of the family said it is believed that the shooting is linked to an ongoing domestic abuse case, and the mother of the 7-year-old appears to have been the target. However, the police have not established a motive for the shooting. And this is the second shooting in Magati since Saturday, when a businessman was killed during a robbery at a wholesale. And still in St. Elizabeth, the St. Elizabeth police have launched an investigations into an early morning incident at Georges Valley on Monday, which resulted in one man being shot. According to reports, sometime after 8 in the morning, the man was standing along the roadway when he was approached by another man who had exited a black motor car. The man brandished a firearm and shot him twice in the upper body before escaping in the said waiting car. Meanwhile, the Kingston Western Police are investigating the murder of two men on North Street in the vicinity of Kingston Public Hospital on Tuesday morning. The deceased are 23-year-old Michael Mitchell of Blunt Street and 21-year-old Donald Walters Jr. of Dumfries Street, both in Kingston. Reports are that the men were walking on North Street when they were pounced upon and shot. The wounded men were taken to hospital by the police, where they were both pronounced dead. So you can see the amount of shooting that took place between Monday and Tuesday. Onto sports, DaCosta Cup round of 16 have now been decided, and some big names, especially in the West, are out. Two of those are Rossies and Mannings, and Mannings went out in the worst way, being beaten by a team that did not play good all season better than them. And to make it worse, the margin they lost, that means they did not turn up to play, as they were beaten 3-0 by Stets. And results from the games yesterday are Cornwall College beating Spot Valley 4-0, Kempsale were 1-0 winners over Rossies, Manchester beat William Nib 1-0, Stets 3-0 winners over Mannings, Cornwall College were 2-0 winners over Titchfield, Glenmore 3-0 winners over Paul Bogle, Garvey Maceo 5-0 winner over St. Mary High, Magrat were 3-2 winners over Christiana, and Belair beat Homewood 2-0. So now the qualifiers from Group 1 are Kempsale and Cornwall College. Group 2 we have Frome, Tech and Ocherius. In Group 3, Stets and Manchester. In Group 4, Brownstown and Monroe. Group 5, Happy Grove and Belair. Group 6, Port Antonio and Central. Group 7, Glenmore and Clarendon College. And in Group A, the qualifiers are Magrat and Garvey Maceo. Now to Manning Cup. There were 3 games in Manning Cup yesterday. They're still playing first round. We had Jonathan Grant beating Waterford 2-0, Excelsior hammer Bridgeport 5-0, while Eltham beat Hydel 2-1. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a good day. I gone.